Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back to Mic Check, Mic Check. Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans around the world, get ready. Today's guest is a straight up knockout machine. Unstoppable in mindset and hungry for greatness. He's a former top prospect with hands like honey. And a comeback story that's still being written in blood, sweat, and pure willpower. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make some noise for the heavy hitter, the silent storm, the man on a mission, Trevor McCumby.
Doing great, man. Doing great. I actually just got done. I got a little pump in over at the gym and headed back over for this interview. So
Nice.
feeling good.
How close is the gym from your house?
About 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I do a lot of work over at Knockout Fitness here in Arizona. So know the owner pretty well. So go over there. He has a few different locations, but go around 11, 12. It's like their dead zone. So I feel like I have my own little gym.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I like to start off right with some rapid fire questions, right? So I wrote down a few. So let's start with this one because I'm very interested in this one. Who's the hardest puncher you ever faced?
Hardest puncher I ever faced, probably Felipe Romero.
Really?
He's a journeyman guy, but yeah, he it was crazy. Like I don't know, there's just some guys. Their fists just feel dense. They feel just just strong. Like they got
Just
weights in
solid.
them. Just solid. Yeah, just they got weights in them. That was him, man, and he was a big. I think we had a catch weight of 172. So
Yeah. I remember that.
I think he rehydrated up to, he was big, dude. He was a big guy. So yeah, I'd say him. But sparring Marco Antonio Rubio,
You kidding?
no, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I think around that time I was still, I think 19 years old, but um, he was just so experienced and awkward. So like he'd go to throw, like it looked like he was going to throw a right hook to the body, and all of a sudden it like morphed. It was like and came up over top, and you're like, man, what the? This is
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, he punched pretty hard. Few of the Russian guys that I sparred with over at Robert Garcia's can really crack.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, see, is this true? I mean, I know the truth, obviously. I mean, I've been around a few boxes and I know a few of them, but for the public, right? For the viewers, can you record during a sparring session?
So
Is
kind
it
of
allowed?
the unspoken rule is you ask. That's kind of like a respect thing, but guys, yeah, you're not supposed to, man. Especially not going posted after. You go and post it after, like whoever did that is, pretty lame.
Right.
Pretty lame.
I
So
agree.
yeah. So
I
yeah,
agree.
it's pretty whack, but it happens all the time. You got guys in the corner who, going like
Has that
this.
happened to
Or,
you?
yeah, yeah, it's happened quite a bit. Quite a
Oh,
bit.
wow.
Yeah. But sparring is sparring. Like when you get under the lights, it's a lot different, man. So I mean, even a guy, I'm sure everybody's gotten the better of in sparring. I've gotten licked up in sparring before, but that's all fun and games. But like when you're under the lights, that's when it all matters. That's the big deal. So like
That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
It's Man, I would love to make a Canelo fight, man. Think that'd be an amazing fight. I would love that
Sheesh.
fight. I would love that fight.
Holy
Um,
cow.
yeah, yeah, that'd be a good fight, man. I think the fans would love that fight. You know, we both come into to bang. You know, we're not moving around, so
See now, okay. I asked, do you know who Paul Spadafora is?
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that is my guy. I love him to death. Like
Remember growing up watching him on, Thursday night fights and, just schooling fools, with his shoulder roll and he was
49-1
slick
champ.
with it. Slick with it. Yeah.
I asked him, I said, I asked him, I asked William Joppy, uh, a few of them, a few of the legends, right? Talking about Canelo, who do you have on September 13th?
I they're I would say for modern day guys, they're both my favorite fighters. Terrence Crawford was actually signed uh around the same time I was signed with Cameron Duncan. So we were
Oh wow, okay.
both under the same manager. So I've been watching him since his come up, and he's just so smart in the ring, and he can understand distance really well, and
He
he
has
can
great
switch,
footwork.
great footwork. He can switch, he can punch. So and then Canelo, obviously, he's one of my favorite fighters of today now too. So, but if I had to choose, I think I think Crawford is going to figure out
Let's
the
go,
puzzle
champ.
and beat him.
Let's go, champ. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted to hear. Let's
yeah.
go. Let's go. See, you
I
understand
don't.
boxing, champ.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big size difference. I think Canelo started at 47. Um,
Well, that see,
Crawford's
I'm sorry.
his
Go ahead.
frame and everything. He's actually got longer arms, and I think he's about the same height or taller. So
I think that's what the fans are worried about, right? I guess the weight, right? He has to go up what two weight classes or
mm,
three, two, right? So a lot of people is worried about that. I'm not though. I mean, let me ask you this: skills outweigh power.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you got nukes in both hands, but if you can't land them, like, what's it gonna do for you? You
Well,
know?
here we go. Check this out. Remember Mayweather and Canelo? Mayweather schooled him. And we all know that Canelo had punching power since he was like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying?
And I will say that's what's going to make this really interesting is there's no rehydration clause. So with that fight, he sucks him down to 52. So some boxing fans will say, well, it's because he sucked him down to 52 and then he had a rehydration clause, so he wasn't fighting the best that he could. So looking at this fight, you can say, hey, Crawford's coming up. There is no rehydration clause. Let's see who the best man is. So we'll see. We'll see if that argument holds any weight.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah,
Let's move on, right? Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis?
just based off of everything I'm seeing right now, just with Tank and his mindset and everything. I don't know if he's the best Tank, so I'd have to go with Shakur.
Mm. Hmm.
And I don't think Shakur's not going to fight Tank the same way he fought his last fight. You know.
Zepeda?
I felt like
Oh,
he had a lot of pressure to fight on the inside because everybody was calling him a runner and a track star and everything else. But I think he's a smart fighter. He's a smart boxer. I think he would get him. Um, but I'll be honest, I really didn't even really watch the Lamont Roach fight. I saw
oh,
the
okay.
I saw the knee, that Tank did and everything. That should have been a knockdown, by the way.
Yeah, it went
But
viral. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but
I agree with you. Yeah.
yeah, I just don't know where Tank is mentally, you know. And you look at a lot of fights. People say, "Oh, well, he beat this guy and this guy," but was he the same version of that guy? Was he the same version of I don't know. Let's just say I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like this guy beats this guy, but did he beat the best version of that guy? You know,
Right.
or was he kind of a shell of himself? Was he going through a bad training camp? Was he having family problems? What was really going on? You really got to look at, was he the best fighter that night?
Right.
And a lot of times you don't know.
I think we can say the same thing about Berlanga too. I mean, I think Berlanga was too focused on selling the fight. And Shiraz went in there not playing at all. He took him out. I think what, fifth round, fourth round.
Yeah, and I
Actually, I
mean,
actually went to the fight.
oh, you
You,
did?
yeah, because I'm great friends with he's one of my Christian brothers. He works for the Zone. His name is Barack Bess.
Okay.
Do you know Barack Bess? Boxing Bully?
No, no, I don't. I'm sure I've seen
Well,
some of this.
he has probably the biggest boxing podcast out now, Ring Champs.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure I've seen his podcasts, going through Twitter feed or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, he invited me, super cool dude. Like I said, it was cool. It was great. I was sitting a few rows behind what's his name? Turkey.
Oh, okay. Man, that's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. Yeah. So again, we could say the same thing about Berlanga, but hopefully you know, is back on 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 his training, you know what I mean? Like, on his training mode and stop fooling around, man, because a loss like that will take you back, correct?
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
hinder your career a little bit.
Oh, yeah, especially just in that fashion, it's a bummer for him, like, to get knocked out like that. It can play a lot on your mind and everything else. I haven't I haven't been dropped like that, but yeah,
No, you have a chin, champ.
thank you, man.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
a chin.
it's gotta be rough, and you gotta just it's just gonna depend on whether he really wants to, do this or not, and really dial in and get back. But yeah, I think getting all that money, and when you have money like that, I'm sure it makes you funny, and um
Yeah.
you know and it gives you maybe a little confidence that really isn't real. Like, really, your confidence should come from, man, my training camp, I went all in, and there's nothing that anybody can say about my training camp. If he really truly can say that for this last fight, but I don't think he can. I think
I,
there was maybe some shenanigans going on.
yeah. If you were in boxing, champ, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't boxing, man, I think about that all the time. Even right now, I think about it. What do I really want to do after? I think I would like to start up a gym. I don't know if I'd really want to train professional fighters. Uh, I don't even really want my kids, to fight or anything. But
Right.
I think I'd like to be in that space, just because I do love the sport. Probably more like boxing fitness type stuff where I love helping people. I love
Yeah.
helping people in my community. I even thought about getting my EMT and going firefighter, and help the community that way.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I'd say I'd probably be doing something like that. But without boxing and the Lord, I don't even think I'd be here right now with my wife and my beautiful wife and my beautiful baby. So I
Amen.
don't know if I wasn't boxing, for the last, I turned pro at 18, so the last 14 years, like, I don't know, I probably wouldn't even be here. I'm really blessed to even be sitting here talking to you, about fighting.
That's great, man. Well, me and you had a yeah, nice little convo before we
Yeah,
even
no
pressed the
doubt.
record button. But
Yeah.
again, that was I guess just the me and you conversation, right? Champ, when you got the call to fight Diego Pacheco, what was your immediate reaction? Because
Good.
you was pumped, you was hyped. I see. Listen, you was super pumped. But you
Yeah.
like that the whole time?
Oh yeah, yeah. My manager Hector with Fairco Box, he called me and he goes, "Hey, what do you think of Pacheco? Like, would you want to take that fight, or do you want to maybe look at a tune-up?" I said, "No, no tune-up. Let's get it." And I've wanted that fight for a while. So I really dialed in for this camp, and I can truly say I did everything I could spiritually, physically. I had a tremendous camp, so I really can't say I have any excuses. You know.
It was just one of those days, right?
Yeah, one of those nights, man. And then, second round, you get that nasty cut. And, I posted some pictures of it after, you could actually see my skull. So it was pretty bad. And yeah, it was getting in my eye and stuff. And I just felt like I couldn't get it, couldn't really get it going. I feel like my defense was pretty on par, like my reaction time, everything. I just couldn't really get there. Couldn't get there.
You caught him with some great shots, and I'm like, dang, why he's not down? Like, what's going on? But he
Yeah,
is a tall fighter, right?
he's tall. He kind of fights. So he fights kind of hunched over a little shorter, but with his leg length, I'd take a couple steps forward, try to get there, and he'd take two steps back, and that was like, three of my steps. So,
Right, right.
um, yeah. So just trying to get there. He fought really smart. He fought smart. He knew. I think it was like the second or third round. I caught him. Could have been the fifth. I caught him like on the temple with a left hook, and I felt it, dude. I was like, oh yeah, that was, and he immediately backed up, and then kind of from that point on, as the blood was going in my eye, I was like, man, he's not. He knows he knows what's up. Like he's not gonna try to have a war right now.
Well, your
Um,
corner, your corner was doing a great job, right? Like stopping the bleeding a bit because it was
yeah, shout out
profusely.
shout
Yeah,
out to Jesse Thompson, man. He did a great job.
yeah. No, he did an awesome job. I was like, okay, okay, Champ is good now. But then he'll catch you with one, and then it'll just flow right out. You know.
And I guess they were telling me it ain't nothing, because they just want me to chill. But um, yeah, I guess he looked at my trainer and was like, "Hey, Brandon, this is a bad one. So I'm gonna do my best." And Brandon was like, "I know you do your thing. Like stay in the ring. I want you in the ring the whole time and working on that cut every round." So they kind of switched positions, and Jesse was the one inside the whole time.
What stood out the most about Pacheco once you were in the ring with them?
I'd say his understanding. No, but yeah, I would say his understanding of distance was good. He used his jab. I think he could have used his jab a little more. But yeah, just using his jab. I think my awkwardness and my a lot of my feints and also just him knowing that I'm a power puncher. I do punch hard. So
Oh yeah, you got pop.
I think that kind of made him very weary of, okay, I don't want to take that risk of getting down and trying to go to his body or take very many risks. So he did a good job of not taking those risks.
Did you change your game plan? Because I've noticed that you kind of I think what was it like the fourth or the fifth round? It seemed like you changed your game plan.
Um, I really wanted to show the world that I can box, that I can move. Not even really move so much, but if you notice, I was trying to create some patterns and create the patterns for a little while and then deviate from the pattern and come in with a 1 2 1 2 3
Hmm.
step and go, like make him think I'm gonna go right and then come back. But yeah, I think ultimately, I was waiting for him to get a little overzealous and come forward, and because I know they were talking about coming forward and getting me in the later rounds. I knew my gas was amazing, so I feel like I could have gone 15.
Probably
Yeah.
20.
Probably 20.
You look
Yeah.
so fresh. I was like, yo,
Thank,
Champ. I was telling my wife, like, Champ looked good, man. Like, you
thank
wasn't
you.
gassed or
And
nothing.
I
You was fine.
and then a lot of that was just me staying very disciplined in camp, and not deviating from the plan. The plan was be in tremendous shape. Don't feed my body anything bad. Like no poison, no nothing, and be the best Trevor McCumby that you can be going into this fight. And that's what I did. And also shout out to Rachel Donaire for my strength conditioning. She did a tremendous job. There's a lot of times in camp I was like, "F you, Rachel," but yeah, she did a great job too. So I'd say overall, like our whole team just worked really, really well. So I'm really excited for this, for whatever's next. I'm not taking any steps back. I felt like after the plant fight, I took a couple steps back when it came to like just me gaining weight and kind of going back to, just not living a healthy lifestyle for a few months. Just kind of not treating a loss very well. So
Right, right.
that was
But I
my
think I think I
first
think
ever loss.
it showed who you really are as a fighter, though. Your last fight.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you.
so. Real fight fans, right?
Yeah.
Seen it. You have your casuals that really don't know nothing about the sport, and they might say, I'm sure you got some horrific comments on your gram and stuff like that, but we seen it. True fight fans know what's up. And I'm very proud of you, man. Like I told you. Um, and yeah, dope fight, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who you go up against, on your next fight. Is it in the works or
We're talking a little bit, but I'm still just kind of chilling. I think it's been
right?
like 12 days, so yeah, just relaxing with my family and staying in the gym and yeah, just
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 staying
kind of
prepared.
chilling. Yeah, I think my wife and we're gonna go on a little trip, because I think she she definitely deserves it. She was here watching my, hanging out with the kids and taking care of everything for like 10 weeks while I was away. So,
Wow.
I think we both kind of deserve, to have some time together and hang out. So,
The last one, right? About the Pacheco and his team. Did you get the respect from them? Did they say, hey, Trev, good fight? Did they show respect?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I told Diego, you're a good fighter, and he said, man, you're a good fighter too. And we hugged after the fight, and yeah, senior. I've known Jose Senior for a long time, like since I was a little kid, because I used to spar with Junior, and we went to tournaments together as amateurs and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay. So you're very
yeah,
familiar.
yeah. So yeah, senior, he's a good guy, and he gave me props, and he said he was really proud of me just to see me as a young kid, and see me still being at the high level now. So
How how did the fight with Caleb come about?
fight with Caleb, I got on the gram and was like, I'm gonna create a reel, man, and I just and
provoke
really.
provoke him.
And it wasn't even really. I don't know if you saw the clip, but
I did. Yeah, yeah,
I just told everybody, hey man, let's make some great fights. And I think around that time there wasn't really any good fights being made, and
yeah.
it was around the time that Turkey was kind of getting involved. But I was like, guys, let's make some good fights. Like I'm here, I'm undefeated. I've been ranked in the top 10 for a long time now, and anybody wants it can get it. Let's go. Like let's make some great fights. I
I like
love
that. I like that.
I love going to war, man. So let's get it. And I think
He was
that
the one that
caused
stepped up first, right?
caught his attention. Yeah, because Plant's about the smoke, so he's like, that'd be a great fight, for an interim belt. So let's get it. So
Well,
yeah.
you know in Plant, right? Berlanga has been talking about Plant pretty much, right? How do you think that fight goes? You being in a ring with Caleb and knowing how he rocks. How do you think that goes?
Um,
Because he's been calling him out for a couple of years now.
I think if Plant sticks by his game plan and not his game plan, but his true self. He's a boxer. He boxes. He uses a great jab, and I think he needs to go back to what he does best. Berlanga's not really a pressure fighter. He's a power puncher, but he's not really a pressure fighter per se. So I think Plant would be able to, outbox him. I think Berlanga's kind of susceptible to another fighter's lead hand, the jab, and check
Yep.
hook. Plant's got a good check hook, so
Do you think he take him out, champ?
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
yeah, yeah. I'd love to get in the mix and get a Berlanga fight as well. I think
That'll be a great fight.
a lot of people would love that fight. We both are power punchers and bring TNT to the game, so
But I
that'd
think
be
you'll take him out.
yeah.
100%.
I think so
Without a
too.
doubt. Without a doubt. I'll bet my
Yeah.
last $2. Without a doubt, you'll take him out. That is a fact. I mean, and I'm not a Berlanga hater. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx, right? I live in Jersey now, but I know his team, not his team, but people he be around. And I mean, they know how I feel. Nothing against the kid. I think the kid is okay, right? He's not great. Honestly, I was one of the first to say Shiraz is going to put in work. I mean, you can just see it, right? I mean, if you know this, champ, if you're not focused in a sport like that, right? You're by yourself in that ring. It's not like you're playing basketball, you're playing football, you have teammates. Yeah, of course you have your corner, but they're not fighting for you. You're the one getting busy, right? So if you're not focused, if you're not adjusting, if you're not, you're done. And that's exactly what happened, right? But so what what was your mindset going into that fight, to the Caleb Plant fight? Did you said I'm gonna take, I know you probably thought, hey, I could take him out, which in
Mhm.
fact we all did. We all said,
Yeah.
hey, I think eight or eighth and ninth round, you're taking him out. Clearly, that's what I thought,
Mhm.
and it almost went that way.
Mhm.
It almost did. Did you go in there thinking that way?
Yeah, I'd say my camp went okay. I had I had a lot of stuff, going through my mind. I had,
Right.
just some like family issues and stuff like that. And so going into the fight, I wish I could have came into the fight like I did for the Pacheco fight, for the Plant fight. It would have been a
Outcome.
totally different outcome, yeah. But you know, what can you do, man? You don't sit and cry about it. You get better, and that's what I did. I got her
So hold
even
on,
for
champ.
this fight.
You went in there giving what? Your 50%, 60%
I was probably at 70, maybe
at
60.
70?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm taking nothing away from Plant, man.
No,
That's but that's the God honest truth, unfortunately.
but I could
Yeah.
imagine you giving your full blown 100. I mean, champ, you got to be kidding. 70%?
Yeah, yeah, I would
You look
say
so good. You
yeah.
look great, man.
Thank
But
you, man. Yeah.
as far as your what you was going through, is it how are things now? They're okay now?
Yeah, things are great, man. Yeah,
Amen.
like
Amen.
kind of like what I told you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just really got right with the Lord and started, talking to him every day. And I just thought, man, why am I not on fire for God? Why was I not on fire for God, you know, even going into the Plant fight? And it was because I wasn't consistent in my walk. I wasn't consistent in, re, you know, reading scripture. I wasn't talking to God every day. I wasn't thanking Him. I wasn't listening to worship all the time. And, I just know how important that is for me, not even just in boxing, but just in my life. Like, my life is so much better when I do that. And then whenever I stray away from that, things like maybe aren't always going good. And even when you are
It's
consistently doing that stuff,
absolutely.
it's not do 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 awesome. My life is perfect, but
No, not at all.
but you know, my life is way more happy. My life is just it's brighter. It's brighter when I do that. So
Amen. What
yeah.
what was what was your life like before you met Christ?
Ah, chaotic, um, sinful, just very selfish, narcissistic, um, and it was just like a pattern. I never really like came out and really talked about it, but like, just I was I was an alcoholic. Um, I would say like most of my career. Um, I started drinking like when I was 16 in high school, just to deal with you know parents, divorce and go leave, and I think I was just numbing myself for a lot of years,
Right,
man, a
right,
lot of
right.
years. And I kind of created that coping mechanism. And yeah, I finally just like was in a deep hole, man. I was in a deep hole, and I felt so depressed, and that numbing finally turned into like just full blown depression. And
Wow.
yeah, so it like I said, it's a miracle that it's a miracle. It's not a miracle. It's Jesus, but just to give me another chance, time after time after time after time, and I thank him for that. And you gotta whatever anybody's going through, like full repentance is like really, really like fighting for not committing whatever sin that you have a problem with again, and we all struggle, we all fall, but like eventually, bro, like I think it's what Matthew 7, like that one. I don't know if it's Matthew 7 or I know it's in Matthew, but depart from me, I never knew you. And like, bro, that one hit my heart where I'm like, yo, Trev, like, you got to be the best husband, father, son, man that you can be, and just really be a loving, good person, and follow the Lord. Otherwise, like, and know the Lord, have a relationship with the Lord. Otherwise, like, people got it twisted. Like, just because you say you believe in Jesus, like, doesn't mean you're going to heaven. Like, if you don't have a relationship with Him, depart from me, I never knew you. Like, you don't want to hear those words when you get to the pearly gates. You know what I mean? So
Scary.
yeah, it's very scary, man. It's really serious, man. And
Yeah.
people don't realize how serious it is. Because right now, we're walking around. Go get your what are we eating for lunch today? Blah blah blah. Let's go see a movie, this and that. But like, eventually, you never know what day you're going to be out. And if you haven't really thought about your relationship with Christ, like, man, it could be too late for you, man.
Yeah. Uh, I always say,
And I'm kind of getting like real serious about it right now, but like it's the truth. I know some people aren't going to want to hear it, but
right, 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 right. No, no, absolutely. I mean, this is what tell. I speak to the youth a lot. And ex gangbangers, and you name it, the world that I was in before. And it's crazy how you say that, because the words that we us as believers want to hear is "Well done, my good and faithful servant." You know, we don't want to hear that one, the other one. We don't, right? And this goes back to me and one of my homies, right? We was having a conversation, and he said, at the fight, at the Berlanga fight, and he said, dang, it's crazy how Berlanga lost, right? And I was like, no, it's really not, because you can't say Jesus is king, right? And say all these things, right? And to me, don't mean it. Don't follow. Yeah, you're not picking up your cross daily. You're not walking with them. You're not, you can't say that and then curse the whole world out. You get what I'm saying, Trev? Like you can't, it doesn't work like that. So eventually what's going to happen is he's going to see you as, and this is a fact because I've seen it happen. He's going to look at you and say, okay, I'm a joke, and what does he say about lukewarm? He's going to
Mm.
spit you right out. Right. So that behavior, and it goes back to what you said. Yeah, you can believe all you want, but even the demons believe, right? They believe.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Satan himself believes. So that doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
really have to pick up your cross daily.
and it's crazy. Like I remember, so I was a agnostic for, I would say, up until I was about 20, 26, 27. And
I'm shocked right now.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't see it.
yeah, I know. And that's uh, my old mentor,
Wow.
my old mentor Daniel Arianis. He's a pastor, but like around that, he was always trying to influence me, but he knew, and just the way I was, like I always did really well in school. I'm a semi-intelligent guy, and I always thought like, oh well, why does Christ let all the bad things happen, and like if he's who he says he is, and this and that, and um, he just always leaned into me, and like I think something that I took from him is like just walk in the walk. I'm not gonna go around and tell people. I mean, I love telling people, but I'm not gonna go up to people and be like, "Hey, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Like, this is the reason why." Blah 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 blah. I try to walk the walk and shine light into people's lives, and I want them to see, like, I want them to wonder, like, man, why is this dude happy, or like, why is he doing so well, or man, why does he give so much grace? Like I just did something real so
Amen.
bad, and he's giving me grace for that, and like that in and of itself. Like Daniel used to give me grace all the time for just being narcissistic,
Mm-hmm.
selfish, and that's something like I'll always thank him for the rest of my life. I'll thank Daniel, and I'll obviously am thanking the Lord, but for giving me grace and just walking the walk, and that in of itself is planting a seed in people's minds to be like, man, I want to know what's up. Like I want to know more about Jesus, and maybe someday they will, and it'll, as Justin Bieber say, will clock in their head, you know. But
That's good, man. I'm proud
yeah,
of you, Trev. Seriously, man. And again, me and you had a conversation. It's tough. It's very tough. You start having doubts. Like I said, you just, I don't know. I mean, again, it goes back to, hey Lord, I'm glorifying your name. I'm worshiping. I'm doing all these things. Why is this happening? Right. And I think we've all, as believers, has had that thought, right? Those
mhm,
doubts. And even now, champ, right? Me, like I said, I was going through some things. I'm still walking with my head high, praising him, right? But in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what's going on, right? Give me some answers. And honestly, I guess me sharing that with you earlier, I feel good now. I feel good now. I feel great. Honestly, I feel so much better. I felt like I needed to cry. I needed to let someone know because you can let your wife know everything and anything, but they're so biased, right?
Mhm.
You can go ahead and beat somebody up and they're, yeah, I'm with my husband, right? He's it wasn't his fault. They're just so biased. So, and vice versa, right? So I couldn't share these things with my wife. I had to share it with someone, right?
Yeah.
And I
No,
shared it
thank
too
you
with
for
my.
sharing that, man. Yeah,
Oh no,
thank you for sharing
absolutely.
that.
Like
Yeah,
I said, Trev, you might technically we're brothers, right?
yeah,
I text you that, so you know, I'm here for you, 1,000%. And that's the next thing I want to say, right? That and don't take this the wrong way because a lot of people do, right? For like the first couple of seconds, and then once I finish the sentence, they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, I get what he's saying." Obviously, this was meant to happen, right? This was beyond divine. I know that for sure. I feel it in my spirit. I mean, I I I seen something that I told you earlier that only people that have the fruit can see, right? Which was you were highlighted. A lot of people won't understand, right? But you
yeah,
get what I'm saying, champ, right?
yeah. I do.
And honestly, this so far this has been the probably the best convo I've had in I can't even tell you how long, right? And this is real talk. And I was looking forward to it too, which is
Yeah, me
now
too.
I know why. It just it meshed so great. It because I was asking myself like, why do you want me to? Why am I reaching out to him? Like, why? I know who he is. He doesn't know who I am, obviously, right? Because you're on the, we as a true fan, you know who Trevor McCumby is, right? So, and I'm like, well, why do you want me to speak to him? Like, and now I know why, right? Because of the conversation we had. But to be honest, champ, I now I realize that no, I'll take that back. I can care, and it's gonna sound. I'm trying to choose my words wisely. Put it like this: I'm not too worried about the episode. What I'm worried about is your friendship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm worried about. I'm more looking forward to. Hey, Trev, what's going on, champ? How you doing, man? You're okay? Okay, that's what's up. Oh, I'm having a. My next fight is 2 months from now. All right, champ, I'm pulling up. I'm here to support you. Just fellowshipping, right? That friendship, that
yeah,
fellowship. That's what I'm more. That's what I'm looking forward to, right? This
man.
this is
Yeah,
just a
me too.
conversation, champ.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and
No,
and
yeah, we need other people in our lives. It's biblical. You can't.
oh yeah,
Same for a lot of my life. I walked like a lone wolf. Because I just thought like, ain't nobody else got me. Like, ain't nobody else gonna understand me. So like, it's all me. But man, when you find wise counsel and just people that you can really just really connect with, especially as Christian brothers, like it's an amazing thing, man. So like that's I the other day I was like, man, I hate nowadays. Like I don't hate it, but I dislike this social media influencers thing, because like I don't know, the world's just getting twisted. But and the silver lining of that is like you're in New York right now, I'm in Arizona, and like we're sharing we're sharing each other's like hearts essentially about our love for Jesus and just even talking about some of the things you're going through, some of the things that I went through or am going through, and like it's really an amazing thing. Like with the technology now that we can, even do this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lord has a plan, right? And his plan is coming into fruition, right? I mean, we can see it. We can see it. Now, talking about the world champ, like, did you hear about I think there was like this earthquake in Russia or something like that. It's like 9.8, like probably
I didn't hear about it.
yeah, it's horrific. I mean, and this is what I tell folks. That is called that is called the birth pains, right? Those are birth pains, right? And this is what I normally say to non-believers, even believers. The the red carpet is laid out for him, literally.
Mhm.
Any moment now. We can see it, you know. And going back to what you said, depart from me. I've never, that's I don't think I know for a fact that let's forget about non-believers. Believers, I know for a fact you do not want to hear that. So we need to stop playing around, right? And we need to get back, back to the word, back to him, right? And spreading the gospel. This is why I do it. I mean, I don't have millions of followers, but I have a decent amount, right? To where that's all I'm talking about. And I tell folks, hey, you know what? I mean, if you don't like it, you can unfollow me. That's fine, right? But by his grace, he he's been using me for 2 years now to bring to be a fisher of men. I kid you not. I've brought a lot of people to him, and that is a fact. And and I guess this is why, you know, besides me going through what I was going through, I'm like, okay, you have a plan, right? You do have a plan. Look at what I'm doing because of you, right? Like that is your plan. Now, check this out, champ. I retired 7 years ago, right? I retired. I'm only 39. I retired 7 years ago, and I retired my wife 7 years ago. That is a fact. Who knows me knows. Um, Everything legal by the grace of God, right? And I really, especially me, like me and my wife, we really have no excuse to say we can't share the gospel, or we can't talk to people, or we can't. I mean, there's no excuse. So this is why I go hard for him. Literally every post, champ. Besides me posting up the pod and the people I've interviewed and stuff like that, that I'm always talking about them, no matter what, right? This conversation is easier because we're both believers, but I've
Yeah.
had to really work, yeah, I've had to. But yeah, and I know that there is a bigger purpose for me and you, right? I've had many pastors and prophets, apostles come to me and my wife and say, "Hey, um, you you're supposed to. Well, you're here to help women and children." And I know it's true because it aligns to what he said to me in my dream, right? And so again, I have no excuse. I was blessed enough to, you know, uh be super straight financially, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I'm here to do his work.
Yeah, and I think that's an awesome thing that you're doing, man. And I'm sure the Lord is very, very happy with you. That's that's kind of why or that is why, you know, I I thank him for even giving me just even a shred of notoriety that I can, shout his name. shout his name to the mountaintop and let people know. Just even some of my story, like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here, but I'm here because of the Lord. And
Amen.
if I wouldn't have done that, I don't know where I'd be. So it's I only give thanks to him.
Do you remember the day you gave your life to him?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it recently or
No, I was 26. Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
What was it privately or
No, it was I got baptized
okay?
publicly during the service. Yeah, it was amazing, man. I just remember weeping, and what's crazy is when you I don't know if a lot of people know, but I was just checking my battery there. When I gave my life to Christ, it was a beautiful day, and like I remember weeks after, I kind of like started falling back into my sin, and well, I know what the devil hates the most is he doesn't really mind non-believers because it's like whatever,
Right.
you know they he's not trying to go after them. When you declare that you're giving your life to Christ, that's when the spiritual attacks really start coming in heavy, heavy. So like the common misconception is like, oh, you just gave your life to Christ and everything's all fine and dandy, but things got a little like even rougher for me for a little while, and that's when I just started really pressing in, and it's all work. It takes work. It takes a lot of work, as you know. It's a long journey, continuing to have a relationship with him and realize certain things, and like you'll read some part of the scripture and it might not make sense, and then you might read it like a year from now and be like,
You'll understand it. Yep.
whoa, and then it
Yep.
like blows your mind, and then you might read it again a year later and you'll have like a different understanding of that same verse. It's crazy.
Yeah. What is your favorite verse?
2 Corinthians 12:7 through 10,
Okay.
and that's essentially the the thorn in my side, and weep to the Lord to take it out. But in weakness, I'm stronger than I'll ever be. You know,
Amen.
um, so that's kind of the
Yeah, yeah,
gist
just
of
paraphrasing.
it.
what what change in your life after you became a Christian? Everything?
Uh, yeah, a lot. I don't know. I used to hate people. I used to not like people. Yeah, people. I would never really ask about how anyone else was doing. It was more like, oh, I'm going through this, and I'm me, 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 and yeah, I just genuinely have a love for people now, and I love to hear people's testimonies, and I love to talk to people, and that was like not me before, bro. Like I
Yeah, it's
didn't
the same way.
didn't care. Like, no, whatever I got going on is what I got going on. And yeah, man, just I would say a lot of, yeah, just love in my heart. But yeah, just everything else kind of followed suit. I give grace to a lot, just everybody. I give grace because like you don't know what they're going through, or maybe they haven't found the Lord yet, and you hope one day they do. Like I was saying before, that's how you plant the seeds. Just walk the walk. And I'm not perfect, and we all, even yous will slip and falter, and
Yeah, we fall short.
we fall short. But yeah, just continually trying to be like Jesus. You're never gonna be him, but you can try to be like him.
And I think that's what like I told you earlier, you 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 want to be like him, right? In a sense though, as far as, obviously not perfect, but you want to carry how can I put it? I'm trying to find the word. I'm just stuck right now. I'm trying to find how to phrase it, how to put it, but um, you you just you want to be like him, right? I mean, you want to walk the way he walked. You want to see the things that he saw. You know, carry obviously the values and morals and all of that. You want to be like him, absolutely. But again, me and you both know it's just, man, these fiery darts and arrows, and man, when they get you, they get you, man. They get a hold of you, man. And you can rebuke, you can renounce, denounce, you can do whatever, man. But once they're stuck there, like, it takes a while for you to take them off, to rip them. It's just, it's a it's a tough walk, man. It's tough. It's tough. And again, I'm the one that thinks a lot, right? I think so much, and that's something that I'm working on now. And I think about, let's say, for instance, just to give you an example, if I am I had a physical done, right, like 2 months ago. I was stressing over the results, and I'm over here like, no, you need to chill out, right? You need to chill, man. There's no fear in us at all. So I knew that that wasn't of him. That was from the enemy, right? Causing
Mhm.
confusion, stress, worry. Like I was out of it. I'm telling you, it's been a rough 2 months, I would say. And I'm like, dang, like what's going on? Like, no, do I? And that's when the doubt just kicked in heavy, heavy. Do you trust him? I'm talking to wifey, and wifey's like, babe, you bugging out.
Mhm.
It was like, and that's what made me, because I was doing bad, champ. I was like, yo, like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm okay, I'm all right. Like, why am I worrying so much? Like, why am I'm perfectly healthy. Like, what's going on? And my wife looked at me and she was like, do you trust him? And for that one split second, I kid you not, and obviously, I mean, I don't know why I wanted to say no. And that's when I realized, I said, no, wait. This is not, this is not him. This is this dude trying to play with me, right? Because,
Yeah.
imagine me saying that, like, no, I don't trust him. No, what? That's no. That is the foundation of, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, well, what do you mean you don't trust him? But I wanted to say that to my wife because I
Mhm.
was so stressed out, right? And granted, the results came back. I was perfectly fine, right? And she's like, you need to chill out. But I've noticed, champ, right? I've noticed that when I'm around certain people, when I'm around certain people, and this is so effed up that I don't want to say it this way because they are watching. But I feel like I need to say this. When I'm around certain people, certain places, and these people are listening to certain music, right? Saying certain things that I don't agree with, obviously, that kind of messes me up a bit, if you get what I'm trying to say. Right. So, and I don't know how you feel about, I don't know how you feel about listening to secular music. I don't know if you do, right? But I know some Christians do, right?
Yeah, I do. I would say I listen to primarily like I'd say 75% Christian, and then I listen to other stuff too. I like listen to all kinds of music, 80s.
Same here, same
Yeah,
here.
but
To me, go ahead,
it
champ. I'm
was
sorry.
it was it was crazy though. I went to Canelo's after party when he fought at the T-Mobile. I forgot what fight that was. like his most recent one at T-Mobile. I think it was like last year or year and a half ago. And
Was it Scoff? I think his name is the Cuban dude. What William
no, no,
Scoff? No, not
no,
okay.
it was the one before that.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
but anyway, I think it was the one before Berlanga. So yeah, either way, but so we went to the nightclub wherever it was, and I think it was we my wife and I listened to EDM like house, and it was one of those. I think it was Crank Dad or one of those guys, and it's good music, but like I'm not there to like worship another guy or like an idol or whatever. I only worship God, but like it's just funny like seeing people. I was kind of low key like judging people because they're all like, their hands are up and, this and that. And I'm just kind of like, this is kind of weird. It's
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
because I put my hands up, well, when I worship, I'm worshiping the Lord. And it's no shade to like people that enjoy music. I love music. Like I love music. But yeah, it was kind of weird just seeing this whole club of people just essentially like loving this artist and putting their hands up and sign this and blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know what
and
makes it tougher for me? That I was a music producer. That's what
oh
people know
really?
me of. Yeah, yeah. People know me as a music producer. I produce for you name it. I mean, you name 50, you name it, everyone.
What do you
So
think of Jimmy Levy?
oh, he's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's dope. I like him. Yeah, yeah. God
I
bless the
listened to
brother.
his
He's dope.
I listened to his cover of Oceans and it was like, oh man, that was really
His
good.
voice is amazing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just wow, angelic to a
yeah,
point, right? It's just
yeah,
crazy. No, no, he's great. He's great.
yeah.
Well obviously Elevation. Everyone likes Elevation.
Yeah.
Um what's his name? His name is J Monty.
Jay Monty. I'll have to check him out.
He sounds like he sounds like Little Baby. I kid you
Oh
not.
really?
He's so dope. Like he has metaphors, punchlines. I'm talking about this brother is great at rapping. Beats fire. Like he's super dope.
But
Richard Lorenzo.
I'm on like Christian TikTok pretty much, and like I think I may have seen him pop up because he said he was like the Christian, the baby or whatever. Maybe that was him.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's super nice. You also have well, I'm always blasting, I kid you not. Richard Lorenzo.
Mhm.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. He has this one record, Just Want to Deliver. Oof, man. I'm tearing up every single time. Like it's just
Yeah.
because that's how I feel. You just want to deliver, you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
You don't want to screw around. You want to deliver. You want to be a fisher of men. You want to, go out there and spread the truth, the good
Hmm.
news. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You have Richard Lorenzo, Jay Monty, um, who else? As far as rap go, well, obviously, what's her name? CC Winans, I think her name is. She's great. Yeah, there's a lot of them, man.
Lecrae.
Oh, he's the GOAT. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
GOAT. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I don't think Christian music sound like how it used to sound before, right?
Man, and
It's more upbeat, right? It's
I'm
more
I'm really I'm really like just super happy that I feel like it's getting more mainstream. Like I was watching, so my in-laws they watch
oh,
American
I'm
Idol.
sorry, champ. I can't forget this brother. Oof. Oof. Brandon Lake.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
forget Brandon Lake.
Yeah.
Probably by far the best song I've ever heard in my life. And I'm including worldly music in there too. Heartfelt Hallelujah. The
Oh
best
yeah.
song I've ever heard in my life, hands
Yep.
down.
Beautiful song. Yeah.
Dude, I'm
I've been
crying
I,
every single time.
I've been having good plans on like on repeat. I don't know if you heard that one, but
Yo,
it's
yeah,
pretty.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Brandon Lake is, man. and his story is crazy too, man. Crazy,
Is
crazy.
it? Yeah.
Oof, sick. But I mean, it's like that. Again, he comes here for the sick, not the healthy, right? So,
Mhm.
we were all sick at one point. And
But
and
yeah, nowadays, man. So my in-laws were watching American Idol, and the whole theme of American Idol for this one night was Christian music, and I was like, it's going mainstream. Like this is awesome, bro. Like, and then I know Jelly Roll, like Jelly Roll's dope. He man, super cool. But yeah, they were all doing Christian cover songs, and I was like, man, like this, it's beautiful, man. It's
that's
beautiful.
the
Like,
plan.
we're reaching mainstream. Like it's dope.
That's the Lord's plan, man. His plan is going to work. I mean, what the Bible says that in the end times, you're going to see, a lot of people wake up, right? A lot of people coming to him, you know. I want to ask you this. Have you noticed how fast time is going? Have
Yeah,
you
I don't know if it's because we're in our 30s now or what, but like, yeah, it's going by fast, and at
and what does the Bible say about that?
yeah, it's crazy, man. And I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, is it because because I have kids and it's a busy day and that's why time's going fast, or what is it? But yeah, it's
The
going
end
by quick.
times, champ.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel
It's
it
the
for
end
sure.
times.
I've had a few people, few of my good friends hit me up like, hey man, like I don't know if you're feeling it too, but I think we're coming close, and
Hey,
I feel the same way. Yeah.
I think the only prophecy that uh we're missing here is spreading the gospel across the nations. You know, there's a few tribes, obviously, like tribes in the Amazon and stuff like that, that don't know Jesus. I've noticed. Do you know who Nelk is?
Hmm.
Okay, so Nelk, I think this episode dropped like about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. They went to the rainforest, right, in Brazil, I think, and he met this tribe, and you know for sure that these people, right, these brothers and sisters do not know Jesus Christ, right, and I'm over here like, dang, dude. Like I wish I had your opportunity to, to be there and do what I'm supposed to do. Not teaching them how to smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know any of that, right? So they're teaching them how to smoke cigarettes, how to smoke weed, how to chew gum. No, man. I'm like, dang, I wish that was me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I would have pulled out the book and say, hey, look, you need to, So things like that really get me upset, to be honest. And that's something that I'm working on too. Like I hate the mocking. I hate the wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and that's probably because they don't know any better, right? And this is where grace, comes in because I was once them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I get what you're
Your eyes
saying.
weren't your eyes weren't open. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Absolutely. I agree with that because I was once in their shoes. I was once partying, right? I thank God I've never tried drugs a day in my life, and I wasn't too much of a drinker anyway. I was
Mhm.
mostly smoking, like not weed, but cigarettes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, things like that really upset me. Uh, but mostly for the most part, like people that mock, the Lord, that really gets me tight. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? When I'm gonna send you a link a little later on, right? And champ, this is crazy. You're gonna be like, wow, this is insane. So Richard Lorenzo went to this theater in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, Obviously demonic, full blown demonic. I'm talking about full blown. and they had like a they had this play going on, and he's like, "Yo, let's go check it out." And he's talking to people, letting them know, spreading the gospel like always. He does a great job at it. You know what I mean? And it so happens that wow, he he goes into this room, this theater, right? And there's this guy, a kid. This is true story. He's on a cross, right? And they whipping Jesus. So at first I said, "Oh wow, they're showing, I guess they're showing what the Bible's talking about, right?" But then seconds later, this chick, this female pulls out uh 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 pulls out some testicles and shoved it in his mouth. And I said, "Oh," I said, "Wow, hold on. Am I bugging out?" So I'm looking at my wife like, "Yo, are we seeing the same thing?" I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And they spitting at him. They're just full blown mocking him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, for 1 second, I was like, I wish I was there, bro, because I would have knocked each and every one of them out. Like, I kid you not. That's how I feel, at
Yeah.
times. I feel like, nah, man. So I'm glad I was never a boxer, honestly, because I think I would have knocked a few dudes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna send you the link, and brother, man, once you see this, I'm sure you'll text me and say, Mike, this is crazy. Like it was probably the worst thing I've ever seen as far as mocking goes. Like this was crazy. I've never
Wow.
seen something like it. It was sick. You know what I mean? And yeah, and even him, he was like, wow, this is the by far the worst thing I've ever encountered. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And yeah, yeah, they were mocking him like bad, and only if they knew that, how much he loves each and every one of them,
Yeah.
and that, John 3:16, right? He sent his one and only begotten son, to
Yep.
for you to have eternal life. You know what I'm saying? To spend eternity with him. A lot of people think that hell is just a playground, right? Oh yeah, we down there. I'm gonna see you down there. Yeah, we gonna have fun. We gonna talk. We gonna chop it up. Nah, dog, you by yourself. That's a fact. You by yourself for eternity, not for 2 months, not for 4 months, eternity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And a lot of people, again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
They don't get it. They
at
don't get it.
all, at all. And it's sad and it's scary, man. It's scary because I'm gonna be honest, champ, even people we know are going down there. It's a fact.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That is a fact, and it sucks. And this is why I go so hard though when it comes to family. I go hard, man. But the first thing I hear is this, champ. Oh, but you still do certain things. Oh, you're not perfect. Who said you have to be perfect to come to Christ? You can be the filthiest of the filthiest. That's when he wants you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So a lot of people, and I let my followers know too, like on Instagram, like, look, man, don't follow me. I'm here to just spread the word. Don't follow me. I'm a nobody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, and don't think I'm perfect because I'm far from it. You know what I'm saying? But still, I think that a lot of people, just see it differently. Like, oh, this is what a lot of people say, and I'm going back to family. My uncle, he says, this is what he says. He says, "Oh, I'm not coming to Christ because I'm not there yet. I need to, iron a few things out."
Mhm.
Dog, first of all, you're not going to change overnight. That is a fact. I mean, granted, it has happened, right? Because I've seen
Mhm.
it. I've seen people change overnight, but it's very few. You know what I'm saying?
A lot
You
of
know,
it's a lot of work. It's a
right?
lot
At
of
least
work.
for me, it didn't work like that. I'm still working.
Well, and it's kind of like the same. Like if somebody, doesn't go to the gym, doesn't really work out, and it's always like, oh well, tomorrow. Well, you know what? Well, Monday, or you know what? New Year's resolution,
Yeah. And it
and
might
it's
be a
like
little too late.
keep putting it off. Yeah, yeah.
It might be a little too late. I
Hmm.
have a few more, but I have two more, champ.
Okay.
What does following Christ mean to you?
It means everything, not only just in this life for myself. It makes my life, like I said, it makes my life brighter. Um, it gives me hope. Um, I know I'm a walking testimony that it helped my life, saved my life, and I know I can influence others to walk that same path and make their life brighter and better, and save them from damnation. Send them to heaven for eternity. Uh, Especially just my family. Like I really same thing. I go hard, for my family, like just to stay in the word, and that's a non-negotiable. We go to church every Sunday. But yeah, overall, just yeah, following God means everything to me. It's everything because He is everything. He's the only truth. And I wore the MAGA hat one time, and people were giving me flack for it, this and that. Really, at the end of the day, I'm a libertarian. I'm a man that whatever political policies more align with Christ than the opposite. That's kind of what I go with. So
Yep.
at the end of the day, I love Jesus, and I guess what tying that into everything, the only truth is one truth. We're never gonna know the Epstein files. We're never gonna know what happened with JFK. And I'm kind of going on the conspiracy thing, but we're never gonna know the truth from really anybody. The only truth that I do know 100% is Jesus Christ is our Savior, is God. And that's the only truth that I know. Everything else, I try to make the right decisions for me and my family. But yeah, besides that, we know the one truth and only truth, that's Jesus Christ.
I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6. This is the
Yep.
last one, champ. Um, oof. Who is Jesus to you?
Yeah, my growing up as a kid, I wish I would have known Jesus, you know, um, like I do now. And if someone would ask me as a kid who my favorite superhero was, I would say, you know, probably Superman, or you know. But to me now, my favorite superhero is uh, is Jesus Christ, man. He he he's perfect. He's man. I wish I strive to be more like him every day, and he's my superhero, man. Like he's gangster. Like that
Yeah.
dude is he's the dude. He's that guy. People now, the young kids, oh, you're that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy, man. And yeah, for him to lay it all on the line for us is just it's everything, bro. It's everything. He's uh he's a superhero. The love, the grace, the love, man. Like that's something that I really try to implement in my life, man. I try to be loving to everybody. I try to love, man, because to love like that, to for him to love, to still love all the people that were crucifying him. bro, can't wrap your head around it. You wanna you wanna hate on people that do you wrong, or I've heard testimonies of like, some pastors there, you know, baby was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver, and the drunk driver comes into church and, wanted to be baptized, and that I'm sure that pastor was like feeling like, man, I don't want to forgive this fool. Like he just killed my kid. But like it's hard, man. It's hard to give forgiveness and give love to all people, but that's what Jesus did, you know. So it's crazy.
Yeah, made me cry again, champ. But champ, I thank you so much. I'm gonna text you after this, but I thank you so much. Man, this was divine.
Definitely, man. Amen.
It's like
Hallelujah.
hallelujah. Yep. Yep. And I thank you guys for watching. Any final words for the audience before we go?
Just I appreciate all the support and love, and man, we're I'm staying on track. I feel great. I'm doing really good spirit wise and everything. I'm doing great. So I want to let everybody know that I will be back. Hopefully by the end of this year, and just stay tuned. I want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank my manager Hector Ferkelbox. I'd like to thank my family, my wife, my babies for going through this crazy ride
Amen.
that's boxing. And yeah, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Let's
That's
go.
it. Yeah,
Let's go. Oh, champ, I thank you
and my
so
whole
much.
team and everybody. Yeah, thank you,
I
man.
thank you so much. And I'll
It's
shoot you a
great.
text right now.
All right, man. All right.
Peace, brother.
Stay
God
out,
bless
man.
you.
God bless.
Love you, brother.